Yo, guys, I'm back, guys. Did y'all miss me? I'm back, my friends. There is a bunch of stuff to talk about. What do I even start? There's mad stuff to talk about. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Said the only thing I know how to do. Said the only thing we know how to do. Work hard, play hard. Fucking tired, guys. I need like a coffee or something. It's like it's like 6. Oh my god, I'm going stupid. It's 5 p.m. If I have a coffee now, it's gonna keep me up forever. Also updated to the new Mac OS version is kind of slow. I can't lie. It's a little bit slow. Let's see, I'm gonna say, should I drink a coffee at 5 p.m.? I'm feeling tired. Coffee's half life is 6 hours. Oh, jeez. I low key need one though. Like bad. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? All right, I'm gonna make a coffee, cause if I don't, I'm gonna fall asleep. No, no, no. Says the only thing we know how to do. Feeling broke, gang. Feeling broke. Chat. Chat. Let me go. Actually, no, I shouldn't make a coffee. Yeah, the new update definitely slowed my computer down, I can't lie. Twin bitches. Twin bitches. Twin bitches hopping out the jet ski. Oh shit. It worked. Do you think you're better off alone? Do you think you're better off alone? what am I doing? Send USDT. Chat. Chat, chat, chat. All right, yo. All right. Let's get down to business. All right, everything is good. I have my checkings account, savings accounts, credit cards, Roth IRA, investment accounts, brokerage accounts, everything in one app. And you can just open up the app and you can see everything all at once. It's like amazing, right? And I just found out about this thing. I'm not affiliated in any way. I'm just like trying to put you on game. So if this would load, I will show you. Just, I think my VPN is like messing things up right now. Load. What's going on? Yo. Okay, I had to make sure my mic's not muted. In power. fuck is going on, twin? All right, there we go. I don't know what's going on with my bookmark. Huh? There we go. All right, so let me just fix some things. So this remove. Okay. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Look, I have my M1 Finance in here, which is my brokerage account, my Roth IRA. I have all my credit cards in here. I have all my checkings and savings accounts here. You know what I mean? So that's the whole beauty of it, right? And the thing is, I connect these accounts to Empower. So the numbers update live. There's no manual editing or anything. And it tells me when money is leaving, when money is coming in. It tells me exactly what transactions is happening. So like, okay, Capital One minus 200. Why minus 200? I click into it, it'll tell me minus 200 because it went to M1. You know what I mean? It pulls all the data from the banks and everything. So I'm going to show you how to set up, connect an account, right? So I need to do this anyway, so I'm going to show you. I need to connect my Amex. You literally just link your account, update, continue. Log in. Okay, where the fuck is my new savings account? Wait. No, that was right. That was right. Yeah, that was right. So I need to add this one. Shit, add all of them. Boom, linked. Ready to go. There we go. So it should be in here now. Right? The fuck? It's not in there, twin. What's going on? Twin. Alright, let's try this again. What's going on? Oh no, it's in there. It's in there. But why is the funds not showing up? Making me look bad right now. Twin. What the fuck is going on, twin? Okay, so I think it's just lagging. I think it's in there, but it's lagging. Okay. Yeah, so uh that's basically how you connect the account. It's literally that easy. Um oh, there it is. Finally, it's in there. American Express. I also need to connect another account. So it's on my Capital One. Let me just see what's going on over here with this. Okay, so Mm-mm. Okay, I do have the T-Mobile card in here. Maybe I should like name them. Say T-Mobile. What the fuck? Yo. I can't add like a nickname or something. It just changed everything to T-Mobile. Alright, no nicknames, whatever. Okay. What is this card? Oh, Hilton Honors. Oh wait, it does say it. Just like when I click it. Okay, T-Mobile Visa. There we go. Alright, it's there. I just got approved for a Capital One savings account, but I don't know where it is. Let me try to set this up on my phone. Yeah. Yeah, let me set this up on my computer actually. And then we can talk about it. I just need to set this up real quick. Okay, so let me just show you what I'm on about before. Okay, fuck that. Let me just fix this real quick. Boom, here we go, guys. Okay, so recently I just opened up a business advantage savings account, right, for my business. And the reason why is because I have my money just sitting in a checkings account and is making no interest, right? So the Chase checking account, I have like 80K in there. It's trash because there's no interest. There's like 0% interest. So that money is not being put to use and it's just useless. So I opened up a Amex checkings account, which is a little better. Amex checking account has a 1% APY or something, which is a little better than the Chase one. Another benefit of the Amex checking account is that there's no monthly fees. For the Chase one, there's a monthly fee. And then afterwards I opened up a business savings account, and this one APY is 3% or something like that. I can check it right now. Let me not like show something that I shouldn't show. But yeah, pretty much the business checkings account is like 3%. And the reason why I need to open up a business account is because I don't want to commingle my funds, right? For tax purposes, I already have a savings account for personals, which is right here. This is my personal savings account, which is the same APY. But you can't use a personal account with business funds. You know what I mean? So I finally got approved. So I'm gonna try to move some money in here in the meantime. And what I'm gonna do now is add it to my Empower. Boom, there we go. It's in. It's literally that easy to link one link and everything is taken care of, right? So now I can just see everything over here. Boom. Fire. Fire, fire, fire. Now imagine you're able to link Stadium Goods with this. It would be insane, right? But it's not possible, so it's fine. I could manually add Stadium Goods, right? So I'll show you how. More, other assets, Stadium Goods, and then I'll just say like $80,000, right? And then click done, and you can add it in there. But the problem is that it's not connected, so the number doesn't update live, so it's inaccurate. So there's no point in even having it in there. That is number two. So now we talked about what I've been up to. Empower, business savings. Now I want to talk about M1, right? I've been doing some like research. I've been reading this book called Principles by Ray Dalio, and he's been saying something about the market and a recession. And I've been thinking about it for myself. Like I've been thinking on my own, and yeah, I do think a recession is coming, but I just don't know when, right? That's like everyone's thought process. And it made me reflect on my investments in my investment accounts. And I am very exposed to the United States market, right? So there's this thing on M1, the news snapshot. This thing tells me what I'm in on a macro basis. It should be somewhere. It it was here before, but I guess not anymore. Well, that's weird. It should be like should be somewhere. Oh, concentration analysis, right? So basically, concentration analysis is an insight that shows me a visual on how much I am in on different sectors. For example, I am 27% allocated in technology, 22% in consumerism, 16% in media, 11% in finance, etc., right? So it's very concerning because I have 0% in materials like gold and silver, which pumped up like crazy. I have 0% in utilities and energy, which is not good because energy is very important. 0% in healthcare and industries. You know what I mean? So it's like my portfolio is not really that balanced. 0% in bonds, 0% in unclassified, whatever. Right? So it's a problem. So I've refactored my pie, but I'm not selling. So what I'm buying is All Weather by Bridgewater, right? It's a ETF, index fund, whatever you want to call it, by Ray Dalio. It's by his company Bridgewater, and it's pretty much like a safe investment through everything. It's through like depressions, inflations, etc. Right? So it's a safe hedge against any scenario. And the thing is, though, it will underperform during bull markets and it will overperform during bear markets, right? So that's the thing. And the reason why I'm trying to rotate a little over into all weather is because we talked about how I feel like a depression is coming. We all think a depression is coming, or a market correction, a recession. It's coming. We just don't know when. So I'm just trying to get prepared for this recession. So I rebalanced my portfolio to 60% in all weather, 40% in U.S. tech, but I'm not selling, right? I'm not rebalancing my portfolio by selling. I'm just gonna let it ride because it's gonna be 2026 soon, so I can invest 8,000 more into my Roth IRA, and that 8,000 will probably go straight into all weather. And when I do see a break of structure in the market and it's starting to have its downturn and it's indicating that a recession is happening, then I will rebalance by selling, right? But right now it's still trending upwards and it's still looking really good. So yeah, that's an update on my Roth IRA. Also, I started a brokerage account because, let's be honest, 7,000 a year in a Roth IRA is like not enough. You know what I mean? Like 7,000 a year. That's not enough. So I need to put in more money into the stock market because I have literally $80,000 sitting around in a checkings account not doing shit. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck? I already maxed out my Roth IRA like 3/4 into the year, and I just have a bunch of cash sitting around, right? That needs to be invested or like put to work. So here's the plan. I'm gonna have a brokerage account that is just 100% in VTI, and VTI is gonna expose me to the entire U.S. sector, and I don't have to pick out any of my stocks anymore, right? So like, well, the reason is because of tax purposes. VTI is perfect for taxes on a brokerage account because it barely ever sells its stock, right? So gambling is for the Roth IRA where you want to like buy and sell stocks that you think are going to go like 10x, like Palantir or something, because there's no taxes on this, right? So you can buy and sell however you like. And that's why all weather is also in the Roth IRA, because all weather buys and sells inside of the ETF like every day. They rebalance it every day based on market conditions. That's why that's in the Roth IRA and VTI is in the brokerage account. So that's the plan. I'm just gonna pour money into VTI on my brokerage account whenever I have like funds sitting around and I feel like it's not doing shit. And for my Roth IRA, I'm gonna keep it like this, 60-40 to all weather, and then that 40% I'm gonna like just gamble on speculative stocks if anything is worth giving attention to. So that's that. And this way it's gonna help me be more exposed to these other sectors, right? So all weather is going to expose me to materials, energy, utility, or actually not really energy and utility, maybe like a little bit, but mainly like in materials, in other equity sectors. It's going to expose me into bonds. It's going to also expose me into international stocks, which is probably the other equity sectors. And then VTI is gonna give me a healthy balance of everything else. So that's the retirement account stuff. It's really just like more diverse. I'm trying to diversify my account a lot more moving into 2026. So that's that update. That's three things. That's three things that I talked about. Now, I want to also talk about crypto. So, there was a video that I put out a very long time ago talking about buying crypto. Let me find it for you. Okay, here's the video. I made this video in 2024, a year ago, March 5th, 2024, right? And Bitcoin was at $67,000. So if we zoom out on the chart, well, first of all, long story short, I sold all my Bitcoin. That is the topic I'm going to talk about right now. And it dates back to March 5th, 2024, which is I'm going to find it on the chart now for you. March 5th, 2024. Where is it? So like around this point. Exactly like right here. On this candle, 67, right? That is when I made this video. And now I sold Bitcoin like a few weeks ago at 116, right about there, at like the tippity top of this candle, right? So if we measure it out, March 2024 to the tippity top of this candle, that's 581 days, and that's being what you call it, being generous, because it's probably, actually no, it's like right about there, so it's like a little less than 2 years of investing into crypto, but and 73% gain, right? So I obviously could have exited a lot higher and made a lot more money, like at least 10K more if I exited higher, but it's all right. And I also could have entered a little lower. I mean, okay, so my entry was just a like jam. So I made the thesis back in Q1 2024, and I just jammed it into Bitcoin. So like I just bought everything all at once instead of dollar cost averaging into it, because I thought the opportunity was gonna take off without me, but really it consolidated for about 2 months. So I had a little bit of time. Go on a monthly time frame. No, it actually consolidated for like 6 months. So I had a lot of time, right? So if I dollar cost averaged in this range, my entry could have probably been at like 62, whatever. And entry is more important than exit, because the entry does determine your gains, my gains, by a lot. But of course, exit is just as important, because if you exit for a loss, then you exited for a loss. So that's the story. So I don't want to get like too lost in a sauce. I'm just like brain dumping right now. But the entire topic is that I sold my Bitcoin, right? So I sold the Bitcoin right before it dumped out. Now the question is, what's next? Right? So obviously, I'm a Bitcoin maxi, and I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. And I actually did write down a bunch of trade thesis / confluences on why I think Bitcoin is going to perform in the next few years. So, am I buying more Bitcoin? Yes, I am buying more Bitcoin. Should you buy more Bitcoin? Well, that's completely up to you. But I feel like I'll share my thesis with you as a viewer, my audience, because, I'm just trying to put you on game and help you. Like, that's the whole point, right? That's the whole point of me even doing any of this, is to help you, because I appreciate you being a viewer and supporting me. So let me just pull up the photo. Let me pull up the photo of why I think Bitcoin is going to go up. Let me just find the picture. I put it down somewhere. I put it in Discord. um where is it? It's like in the group chat, but I have so many text in here that it's really hard to find. Okay, well, I can just like think off the top of my head. I don't have to fucking pull up a reference picture. So the thesis is because the halving is happening in 2 years, or like a little over 2 years, like 2.5 years, right? So April 1st, 2028 is the next halving. And my entire thesis in this video was the halving anyways, right? So when I bought Bitcoin here, it was legit like back in like January, February, but I made the video late in March, right? So like I was preparing and accumulating for the halving because it's a big deal, you know? It's a very big deal. And when I made this video, there was only 44 days left, and that means the halving occurred in April and it consolidated for like 4 more months until it shot up like crazy. And I believe the same thing is going to happen in 2028, especially when the supply shock happens, and people realize that Bitcoin is the real deal. So confluence number one is the halving is happening in 2 years, which is going to come very soon. Confluence number two is that, well, the price is at a discount. If we look at from the all-time highs to the price now, it's down 30%, which is insane. It's on a 30% discount. If you think about it, there was a point in time, literally a month ago, where people were paying $120,000 for Bitcoin, and they were saying, "Yeah, this is worth it for $120,000," and nothing has changed. You know, Bitcoin is still Bitcoin. The code is still the same. Like there's no macro event that changed. Like we didn't go to World War III. Like it's not the Great Depression, you know? Like nothing's really changed. It's just that the price is down 30% and it's on a big discount. Okay, that's confluence number two. Confluence number three is that the institutions and the countries around the world are starting to realize that Bitcoin is the real deal and they're buying into it, right? So the number one player that I can think about, well, not the number one player, but the most influential player that I can think about is Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor always posts how much Bitcoin he has, and he got a shit ton of it, right? And Michael Saylor is the exit liquidity, guys, right? Look, Bitcoin is at 88K right now. Michael Saylor has no problem buying Bitcoin for $100,000. He does that all the time, right? So if you buy Bitcoin for $88,000 right now, dude, you can literally take that Bitcoin and just go to Michael Saylor and be like, "Here, bro, buy this off me," and he'll give you $100,000 for it, no problem. Like in a year or two, when the price goes up, he'll buy that shit off you. That's free $12,000. Right? So Michael Saylor is the exit liquidity. But there's one thing to keep in mind, because his average entry is like $76,000. So it's like down here somewhere. And there is still 13% to go to $76,000, right? So his average entry is lower right now. So we're paying, I mean, I would be paying more than how much he paid for his Bitcoin, but I still think he's like exit liquidity because he's willing to pay $100,000 no problem for um, the Bitcoin. And Michael Saylor is just one example, right? A lot of countries around the world are starting to buy Bitcoin, like Argentina or some shit. I think it was Argentina. Um, Companies like Tesla owns a lot of Bitcoin. BlackRock, they own a shit ton of Bitcoin, right? And that's the whole point of trading, right? The whole point of trading is being early and being the first to find a prospect. Think about it. That's the whole point. If I can buy Bitcoin first and I prospect this coin and I figure out it's good first and I buy it, I accumulate it, and then companies and countries and billionaires start buying up my bags, that's how to get rich. Um, yeah, I guess I'm trying to say like front run these billionaires, right? Because they have to go through a lot of regulations and shit like that to actually buy Bitcoin. You know what I mean? They can't just wake up one day and be like, "Oh, let me just buy this shit." You know what I mean? They gotta like do all this paperwork with the feds and the U.S. regulations before they can actually buy it. Same with like the countries, right? So there's an edge there for the individual because countries can't just fucking decide to spend their country's um, funds and buy magic internet money, Bitcoin with it, right? They have to go to Congress and like talk to each other or some shit, whatever they do. So that's Confluence number 3, I think. That was the third one. Is that we have an edge on front running the big players. Confluence number 4, I was just thinking about it, but it slipped my mind. What is Confluence number 4? Oh, Confluence number 4 is that the fear index is at an all-time low right now. Right? So if we look at the fear and greed index, it's neutral. Well, this is for the stock market, I think. But a month ago it was at extreme fear. But let me find the fear index for crypto. The crypto fear and greed index is at 29. And last month it was at 20. So it's pretty fucking bad. For example, if we look at the all-time highs, it was at like 70. If we go even further back, at one point it was at like 90. So we are like on the other side of the spectrum right now. And that's how people get rich. People don't get rich by buying the coin up here. They get rich by buying the coin down here. And right now we are down here. So it's a classic case of buy low and sell high, right? You sell the coin when we're up here and you buy the coin when we're down here. No shit. You know what I mean? So that's the final Confluence, I think, that I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, but like this is going to be a long-term investment play. I think it's worth it to start accumulating before 2028. There will be a lot of people buying after us in this present moment. If we buy Bitcoin right now, in this present moment, there will be a lot more people after us. And they will be buying our bags. Now, do I think Bitcoin is going lower? I don't fucking know. I'm not a genie. But I do know it's gonna go up. But like how long when will that happen? I'm not sure. I'm not a genie. Do I think it's gonna go lower though? Honestly, I can't tell, but it does look like a bottom, honestly. if I go on the daily chart and we see this consolidation in this box that I charted out, and we look at the CVD, right here. So on December 28th, the CVD is negative, but the candle is green. So that means there is a whale with a limit order that's buying up everything at this range, $88,000. What I'm trying to say is that the whale is setting up a floor. So it could be one of these big players, these smart money like BlackRock or some shit, setting up a floor, because you need to have a shit ton of money to be able to set up a floor on Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Because one Bitcoin is $88,000. So we're talking about millions of dollars here. So someone's setting up a floor right here at 88K. And I can figure that out based off the CVD. And this one is today. So today is all green and the ticker's going up. So I think there is like a floor here, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be there forever. Like, it can obviously like go right through it. But I do think that this is a good range to buy because we finally found the floor, right? Because when Bitcoin dumped initially and it was playing around like 90K, people thought that was the floor. I thought that was the floor. It went from 130K to 90K. I was like, okay, this is the floor. Let me buy right here. And I was buying right here, and that shit went lower. So, like, it could happen again right now. So, I don't know. I don't want to speculate too much. What my point is, the most obvious smack in the face play right now is that Bitcoin is going up eventually. I just gave you like 5 reasons why. And you do what you want to do with that information. So how am I playing it? So this is how I'm playing it. Every day or every week, I have a buy order for $1,000. I'm doing something called dollar cost averaging. And I set this up with a bot on a trading platform. I'm not going to talk too much on how I did that. If you really want to know, fucking ask ChatGPT or something, you know what I mean? But my entire strategy is dollar cost averaging. And yeah, $1,000 a week. $1,000 a week. There we go, guys. So like, looking back from my previous trade over here, I just jammed it, right? So I got to work on my entry. So that's what I'm doing now. Dollar cost averaging. And I also have to work on my exits, you know, because I did miss out on like $10,000 from the highs, from where I sold at 115 to 125. And the lesson that I learned from there is that I also need to dollar cost average my exits. So I need to sell little by little when it's peaking. When the greed index is like up here, I should start selling, right? Because if I gave back all that money to the market, I would be very sad right now. If I went from 125 all the way to $88, 88K, and I didn't sell, I would be really sad right now. If I only profited 20K for holding for like 2 years, I would be really fucking sad. So that's the Bitcoin thesis. I don't know. I've been yapping a lot. I started yapping. I'm sorry. Okay. Let me go back to M1. So I realized I didn't talk about my strategy for M1. And the thing about M1 is that it's also dollar cost averaging. My strategy, that is. So if we go to transfers, transfer to M1, I just want to show you my recurring transfers. There. I have weekly transfers for 200 into my VTI, which is my brokerage account, and I have weekly transfers for $140 into my Roth IRA. That's it. Just dollar cost average into the market. And when I feel like it, I'll do a one-time transfer. That's literally it. It's really simple. It's really simple, honestly. It's no fucking rocket science. So if you want to join M1, go to terryzhao.com/M1 and you can join and you can see my portfolio. Even though this is not the updated one, it's fine. You can still join with my referral link here and sign up, and you're going to get all the cool benefits or whatever. Well, yeah, that's all like the finance stuff that I can think about. Just like brain dumped it into one live stream. What the hell is this? Oh. And I guess I'd give like an update on my Stadium Goods progress. So this quarter, I did $111,000. There's 1 day left. Unfortunately, I didn't make the pro level 1 again, but we're gonna try again next quarter. I'm gonna try harder. I started implementing bulk buying into my process, and I made a video on this in my school, teaching the members exactly how I do it. But yeah, that's just like an update. And there's one more thing I want to talk about. So I've been doing some research, and I found out about something called T bonds, right? Treasury bonds. I mean T bills. Treasury bills. And it's better than a savings account, long story short. If you don't know how it works, basically you buy a bill from the US government at a discount, and then when it expires, the government pays you out for the face value. That's basically it. And it's better than a savings account because you don't pay state taxes on it in the United States, right? So when you make money in a savings account, right? For example, the Capital One business savings account that I just opened, if I put $40,000 in there and I make a 3% APY interest every month, during tax season, I have to report that, and I have to pay federal taxes and New York State taxes on it, which is hella AIDS. But T-bills, you only pay federal taxes on it. So essentially, I'm saving about 1 to 2% on buying T-bills. T-bills are also like a 3% APY or some shit, but it just has like a slight edge over a savings account. And that's the whole play. That's literally it. So what I'm doing is opening a Fidelity business investment account. This one, Fidelity account for businesses. I applied. I just need them to get back to me, so I'm trying to open this. And then when they do, I'm able to buy T-bills from Fidelity at a 0% commission. And that's it. That's it. So, yeah, I'm just trying to put this $80K to use because I realized I got a bunch of money just sitting around. And that's really it. So for 2026, start bulk buying a lot more. I'm trying to be very cautious about it because there are a lot of scammers. Thankfully, I found a bulk supplier that isn't a scammer, but like I'm new to this bulk buying thing. I'm legit just starting out, and people get scammed all the time. So it's very important to protect my capital and not get scammed. But yeah, if anyone out there watching this have any recommendations to bulk suppliers, bulk sellers, hit me up because I'm buying. I'm a bulk buyer now. I made the transition finally. Long time coming. So hit me up. I'm gonna check on my stream because I'm gonna be really mad if all of this stuff wasn't recording. The transition finally. We good, we good, we good. Yo, why nobody fucking type it in the chat, gang? Yo, y'all say something in the chat, bro. Oh my god. Also, I'm working on that new video. I'm like editing it slowly because my sleep schedule is still hella cooked. I'm like jet lagged. But yeah, I'm like editing it very slowly. I'm trying something new this time. New editing style from feedback that I got from my audience. So I'm gonna try to make it more enjoyable for the viewers. That's about it. Like, off the top of my head, that's all I can think about. But yeah, just like a life update. I've also been getting into crypto more, like as a side hustle. You know what I mean? Because I'm fucking unemployed right now. I don't really have much to do other than like the sneaker thing and YouTube and yeah, that's about it. So, well, for YouTube, I want to try to like document my journey, my ascension journey. The sneakers thing, I just gotta buy more shoes. I already figured out like all the logistics. I already figured all of the delegations. Just need to pull the big levers and get more inventory. So yeah, I've been like trading on chain more. Unfortunately, we're in like a bear market, literally just now. Like it was a bull market a month ago when Bitcoin was at $120,000. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm learning a lot, trying to get better every day, learn a little more every day, and I'm gonna try to document it on YouTube as much as I can. But you know, I'm like a complete beginner, so I wouldn't take any of this as financial advice. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Louis sandals. Crazy hoes getting scandalous. I'm fucking tired, chat. Damn, it really hit me. It really hit me like a truck. I'm trying to like dug it out. Dug it out after dinner before going to sleep, but it's like hard because I woke up at like 6 a.m. and I didn't go back to sleep. I've been awake for 12 hours. I'm also trying to work on my health more, trying to get into supplements. You know what I mean? I've taken supplements before, like ashwagandha, but it never really stuck because I don't really feel anything. You know what I mean? Y'all ever taken ashwagandha? That's just like a placebo. Nothing happens. Literally nothing happens. Mm. San Antonio Spurs. Tired, chat. Mad tired. What should I do, y'all? Ain't much to do. The fuck? Fuck going on? Fuck going on? Someone in my circle keep on leaking on my song. Sesame Powder. Hey, Sesame Powder. Play Minecraft. Haven't played Minecraft in a while. The server went down actually because I didn't pay for the monthly renewal. I didn't renew it, so I think it's down now, but I can check. I'm down to renew it if people want to play. It's really not that much. It's like $5. No. The house is gone. Are you the owner? I am the owner. The house isn't gone. The data is still on the cloud. It's just people can't play because I didn't renew the server. Yeah, I'm the owner. Yeah, so the trial, the subscription has expired. Transfer owner to you. No, I can't do that. Cannot do that. Why? Happy. Who got you giggling like that? I'm reading Discord chat. Yours won't expire. What's that mean? No, not a membership. The Realms is different from Minecraft membership. Like my Minecraft account doesn't expire. I'm talking about the Realm. I don't think I don't think you can get a permanent Realm. That's not possible. No way. Yo, what? Yo. You have to keep buying the realms? Yeah, because you have to rent the server. The realm server, right? It's running on some data center somewhere in the world. You have to rent the server. So yeah. It's like, which one did I buy? I bought the Realm Plus, so it's like $8 a month. That's what I'm saying. If people want to play, I'll gladly pay for it. I don't care. But if it's just me playing, like there's no point. I can just play single player. Yo, this GIF is insane. I need to save this. No, this one is insane. No. Yo, this is crazy. Can you play without it? Yes, I can, but only on single player. You can play. I can play single player, or I can play on another server hosted by someone else. God. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. To play multiplayer, someone has to pay. Someone has to pay, regardless. You can play on a public server, but still, that public server is hosted on the server somewhere, and someone's paying for it. Sell me shoes. Sell me shoes. How has the shoe game been? It's been good. It's been good. You just got home and there's a call. Nah, just stay home. All right. I have to run to CVS anyway, so I might as well go. I'm gonna be busy all weekend. All right. Good luck, Sesame Powder. Rug GS, welcome to supporter, dude. All right, I'm gonna end the stream here. This has been a really good stream, financial wise. Good talk. I'm not gonna bog up the stream with some random stuff. I'm gonna go read or something, learn some stuff. You guys take care. Cheesy Fart, do you still resale? Yep, I do.